Hello, hello, hello. Welcome and welcome back to the channel. Just make sure I'm okay over here. Yeah, well, listen, Blackpink had a comeback, and I said that when I checked out their solo stuff, I said, next comeback, I'm there, and it did finally happen, and I am happy to be here. Like I said, I was like around when Blackpink debuted. I think I listened to the first, I want to say, I was gonna say first full-length album, but I don't know. I don't want to lie, but definitely like the first stuff that they came out with, I was like, I listened to. I recently checked out their solo stuff, and I remember that I really loved it. But what I think happened, unfortunately, is that a couple of the videos that was in like the mix that I put together was blocked. I think Lisa's was blocked, and a couple of Lisa's was blocked. Were blocked. So I put that on Patreon. But then I also think that's when I was having issues at the time where my videos, when I was like playing them back in 1080p on YouTube, it was really like causing like some lagging and stuff in the playback like once the video was done. So, or like once I stopped recording, or just the VOD, or whatever you want to call it. So that was like a frustrating thing as well. So I just don't think that I got quality like output out of that when I was trying to check out the solos. But the point is, I love the solos. I heard Rose, APT or Apartment or whatever you're supposed to call that. Number One Girl, I heard. Lisa Rockstar blew me away. I love that. And I can't remember what the Jenny song was. Oh, there's another Lisa song as well with Rosalie, I believe. And then there's a Jenny song that I liked a lot, but for some reason I can't remember the name of it. So I did actually check out some solo stuff, and so I was like, yeah, I'm gonna check out like the group sync, like when they come back, group come back, I'm in it. So let's go. I'm gonna get into it. I'm gonna watch it once, so just, you know, definitely a pause warning. People have been saying that this video is like really strange and weird and wild, and I guess I'll see what that means. You know, I feel like that's what people were saying about like Cat's Eyes and Gnarly, and so like people didn't like the music video. But I love weird, I loved gnarly, I love the music video and the song, but I love the music video because it was just so kooky and it was gnarly. That's what they wanted. It was just a lot of hard to take in imagery, or overwhelming, overstimulating energy. So it was the purpose of the song. So I wonder if it's like this may be a similar thing, but yeah, we'll see. It's already very interesting. Let me make sure I have captions. So I don't know if I need captions on. Do they just kind of, you know? Well, even if they sing in English, I think it's still always a nice courtesy to have subs on. Okay, it's lots of talking. How long have I been recording? Nothing but talking. 3 minutes. Okay. I love the sound of this already. I know it's just an intro. It may not sustain. Whoa. Okay, hold on. I just want to. Okay, I can't see them. Okay, I was like, holy shit. Camouflage.
I'm not that easy to tame. You should see me under these lights. All my tears turn to ice. That's the sweetest escape.
Jesus.
Every time the feeling kicks in, I might stay.
Oh, you sound like that. Wow, okay. Because I was just explaining to you guys, like I checked out the solos, but Jisoo didn't have a solo, around the time, it wasn't like a recent solo. Everything that I checked out kind of came out like pretty close together. But Jisoo hadn't had anything out when I checked that out, and I couldn't remember what she sounded like. Oh.
These lights on my tears turn to ice. That's the sweetest escape. Every time the feeling
That rasp, that husk, not rasp, husk. Oh? Yeah. This sensory overload seems to be a thing now.
With me, I'll take you high. That prima donna spice up your life. You know I got that shit that you like. So come on with me, run up, jump. Watch me running up the place.
Another switch up here.
And my girls are on the way. Watch me up and up the place. Wanna see you bumping, baby, bounce into the bass. Are you not entertained? I ain't gotta explain. I'm with all of my sisters, got him going insane. Yeah, you know we on a mission. All gas, no brakes. Yeah, breaking out of this system, breaking out of this cage. Yeah, that you getting up, ain't that did enough. 순간 있지만 누가 누군지. Think you're running out? Just be gonna walk it, talk it. 눈 감고.
I am so sorry. Jeez.
Ain't that did enough. 순간 있지만 누가 누군지. Think you're running out? Just be gonna walk it, talk it. 눈 감고 하나 둘 셋.
It's definitely a good summer song for sure. That's just wild. This video is so funny.
So come on with me, I'll take you high. That prima donna spice up your life. You know I got that shit that you like. So come up with me, run up, jump. Watch me running up the.
I was like, right before I was gonna say, yeah, I just feel like the video, it's again, and as I mentioned earlier, I really didn't think there would be any similarities, but it is something that I have seen. This is like, I feel like this is like the third or fourth K-pop music video I've seen in the last few months, where it feels like it's trying, the director wanted it to be intentionally hard to watch. Like, the imagery, the visuals are actually so hard to take in. And I don't know if that's because that's just creating so much buzz. Like, it's like it's the kind of thing they say, it's just about creating buzz, because like that's what's going to get views. So if a video is like hard to watch, like people are going to tell other people about it. And, you know, so I wonder if that is what's going on, because I have seen a lot of people saying, oh, the video was just weird. The video, so like, I've seen that so much. It's just, the video is just too weird, just so weird. And it is.
So
it is very just visually overstimulating in a way.
I'm already starting and my girls are on the way.
Is that Jisoo?
Watch me open up the place. Wanna see you bumping, baby, bouncing to the bass.
Whoa. The change ups in the song. No way! That's what I remember. That's what I remember from Blackpink. Blackpink in your area.
Blackpink in your area.
Oh, this feels epic right here. Oh no! I wish that part lasted longer. I want to go back. I need to say pause warning, right? Okay. Pause and rewind warning. Because this right here should have been this
Blackpink in your area.
boom, 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 boom. Why did they just wait to throw that at the end? At the very least, that should have been at the, or maybe it was, maybe I've forgotten. I was saying, at the very least, that should have opened the song and closed it. But it should have lasted longer right here. That just felt so epic. Is that it? Okay, guys, let me know if they're following that up with like an actual, is this an album? Is this an like a EP or a LP? I don't even know. But I like the song a lot. I think it has some interesting switch ups. Now, I am curious. So if you're a Blink, I wonder, like, is this what you wanted after all of this time? My understanding is that it's been quite a while since they've had a comeback as a group. I think someone even said 2 or 3 years. I think someone told me. I have no idea. That's just what the conversation I'm seeing. Like, is it? I would assume that the expectations are pretty high. First of all, just because it's Blackpink, period. And then second, especially if you're a Blink and you've been waiting for them to come back as a group for a long time, apparently, possibly, potentially a couple of years. I'm wondering, I just want to know how you guys feel. And also, does Blackpink typically have like a more hip-hop rap sound? Like sonically, is that typically where they sit at? I feel like that's what they were at least trying to do with them when they first came out, because that's what all I really know is about, like their debut stuff, really. And I feel like that's where they're going with them, but I don't know what their actual sound turned out to be, if they do even have a signature sound. And I just asked because this, I'm wondering if this song, it was like a pivot from their usual style, which, I mean, at this point in the game, I believe they debuted in 2016, so like 9 years. At this point in the game, yeah, you definitely want to switch it up, I assume. But yeah, I'm curious to know if they've always just had this sort of, because this for me did feel like kind of experimental. I feel like these was such an interesting blend of sounds, and it's like it was like dance, and then it had this very almost a disjointed kind of production, but like it kind of worked for me. And I really felt like it was a really fun song. I don't think it was meant to be taken too seriously. For me, it was just really fun. It had all your, like, you know, girls in the with my girls, me, my girls, you know, that's going to show up in any summer song by a girl group. It's going to have that sort of the theme of like getting together with your girls and just doing whatever, like just being bosses, being independent, whatever, having a good time. And the lyrics kind of just took it into that very safe place that I think is always a winning theme or a winning message in a summer song from a girl group. But yeah, Jisoo, it would just be so funny if I got into Blackpink and she actually ended up being my bias, because I joke that Jisoo is my bias purely because I watched their very first reality show, and I thought she was really funny. I've said this before. That's why I would always just say, oh, Jisoo's my bias. Like, I would say that, really not even really meaning anything by it, because I didn't really know the group that well. But her tone, oh my god, like, I'm here for it. It really caught my attention. That is what actually makes people my bias. And it just would be so funny if I just kind of said that, like, as a joke all these years. And I actually did get into them, and then she actually became my bias. Like, that would just be so funny. But yeah, I had a good time with this. Please do let me know if there's more to this. Did they put out a pre-release? Is this the actual, is this even actually the title track, or is it a pre-release, or is there an album? Like, just let me know what's up if you watch this, because I'm intrigued. It's Blackpink, of course I'm intrigued. Like I said, just not a group that I ever got into, just never got into them when I was like initially discovering K-pop. But I've been sort of back into K-pop, so to speak, since 2023. So I was just checking out some of the solo stuff that they had put out in that time. And like I said, from that point, I'll just check out whatever they put out. And so that's what I'm doing. So just let me know if I missed anything. But yeah, please do become a free member on Patreon. Please follow on Twitch, and please join the Discord, the chat. I should have said all that up top. Probably very few people still here. But be happy, be healthy, and I'll be back later. Bye, guys.